Okay. If you can remember last time, we already introduced no through online, although it took some time no kay daghan ko panghatag ng mga examples no with regards to the ISTE standards for students no kay we already are done with katong 7 domains no tong pinakauna siya tong gi-discuss according to the ICT competency standards set by CHED and UNESCO, and then we also um, familiarize ourselves with the ISTE standards for teachers. Last meeting, katong nag-online ta, we already had a discussion no, on the introduction to the ISTE standards for students, because we already established that there are several ISTE standards, not just for teachers, but for students, no? Apil na ang administrators, apil na po dira ang kanang mga ICT teachers, because there's also separate ISTE standards specifically for ICT teachers, lahi po ng teachers in general, and then also people actually in the information technology nga industry. So we are just going to focus on the two lang na most essential, which is the teacher and the student, no? Kasi teacher man na ang mo implement jud sa curriculum, okay? And then si student ang mo receive sa katong implementation of the curriculum. Now, let us have a recap first no of the previous na to nga standard. Okay, medyo naghang akong presentation. So while I wait for it to be fixed, no, I think we already established that from the videos that nakita last time, no, because there were short clips on ISTE standards for students. We saw how teachers were able to integrate technology sila hang pagtudlo. At the same time, it actually empowered students to do more, no, nga dili lang ingon nga limited ra sila kung unsay ihatag nga information sa teacher sa ilaha, but they also actually explore new things, no, like for example no they were tasked to fix a laptop, no, a broken laptop, and during nga kanang nagsige na sila og practice og kanang fix sa katong broken laptop, ning hatag ra ang teacher og random nga laptop nga wala sa kabalo unsay something wrong with it, so it's up to the student to actually explore and find out what is wrong with the laptop and fix it. So it becomes more exploratory, no, on the part ng student. Is the information isn't already feed to the student anymore. The student already is independent no in learning, and also independent na sa iyahang uh, pagkaton, no, independent na siya sa iyahang pag-explore, pag pag-learn of new things, no. So that is how we want to empower our students. It's not being lazy, ha, dili siya ingon nga tamaran na kita as teachers, because we still have our purpose, no. We are there to guide them, to demonstrate things to them, to teach them how to do it, and then we allow them, we provide them with the independence to continue that work. We provide them with the independence to explore on their own and add on to the information that we give them. Okay, mo na ato ang role as teachers. No, guide on the side ta, dili ta sage on the stage. Uh, student-centered ta, pero at the same time, we monitor, we regulate the student to make sure nga dili pod ingon nga they are heading in the wrong direction, no. We monitor their progress, we correct them if we see nga kanang ay okay, you're doing this wrong. Okay, although I appreciate the effort nga mo ni siya no, you're doing this because mo ni maon na, but ang imuhang direction of doing it is wrong. Okay, so I'll try to, okay, mo ni siya ang koan. Okay, so mo ni siya ang ato ang himuon mo ni maon na. Okay, so first standard no, is creativity and innovation. So again, no, we produce students who demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, develop innovative products and processes using technology from existing knowledge. The second is communication and collaboration. So again, no, like what we've talked about, now wherein the students are able to make use of technology for like teleconferencing, no, mag-collaborate sila. And this is what we're going to do. Actually, after this one, I will give you a group work. Okay, ang mga BEd will have to group among yourselves, no? Basta as long as 5 ka members. If na masobra o you adopt one of your classmate, bahalag maabot mo 6 members. Prof Ed will just have it as one, no? Kay 6 man mo daan. So 3 boys and 3 three male and three female, so usa na lang nato na sila. So you will do collaborative work, no, and most of the time it will not be done personally kay sometimes, no, labi na sa na may mga times nga we're in mag online classes ra mo, so you have to maximize the use of like messenger calls, no, nga group call mo, or kung sa inyong grupo, or mag Google Meet ba mo for example, no, kay para at least you can plan out how to execute the activity, no, because this entails group work. You will be gathering data together as a group. You'll be asking permission from other schools to conduct data gathering, and then once you gathered all of those data, you will tabulate it, no, after you will tabulate it, you will interpret the results, no, so it takes actually a group, no. So with this, you're actually going to integrate standard 2 with activity nga kung i-discuss later on, with communication and collaboration, wherein you as students will also be able to have this experience wherein you utilize technology, no, to collaborate, to learn with each other, no, to communicate effectively. What are your ideas? How will you able to approach things? Okay? So this includes the use of a variety of media and formats for global awareness with learners from other countries. Actually, I used to remember, a perfect example is when I was formerly a member of the Southeast Asia Research Academy. So we had our training for 8 weeks. We were actually tasked to attend 8 to 9 p.m. nga sessions every Wednesday, and then we were assigned into several groups, and kani mga participants ani are coming from different countries, no, but specifically ASEAN countries. So we are assigned to each group, and then we have like a team moderator, and at the end of the eight week session we have to produce an op-ed paper. It's like a mini research paper, no, wherein we discuss findings, we use secondary data. So dili necessarily nga mag data gathering should be from scratch. We make use of like secondary data to interpret it, and then we present it in front of everybody, and they get to critique our work, no. So katong ubang grupo will critique our work, our findings, will question us, no. So for those 8 weeks, we plan everything together, no? Late nights na siya. And at first, it's kind of a challenge because there is like language barrier, no? Although all of us can speak English, no? But, Malaysians, Indonesians, they have different accents when they talk, no? So, amo lang ana is, how do we utilize Google Meet? Because it was Google Meet among gigamit, no? How do we utilize Google Meet, our Messenger, our WhatsApp, nga applications of phone, in order to collaborate and discuss together, even if we are from different countries, in order for us to come up with that op-ed paper. Okay, so that is actually how we integrate, no, standard 2, no. Although we some of us are like professionals na, ay ako teacher naman ko noon, ako iwa mga kauban nga research analyst, but we were treated as students in this 8 week training. So we were treated as students, so we basically were encouraged to utilize standard 2, no, communication and collaboration. So it's pretty common right now, no, dali na lang jud kaayo mo collaborate with your classmates even if you are from afar, with the use of technology. And the third one is research and information fluency. So I think mo to siya tong discuss na ko last time. Makakuha naman ko ato, no, concepts. Humana ba to na ako og discuss? Think na humana na ako og discuss, no. Nakalimot ako. But anyway, recap na lang ko ani. So research and information fluency. Okay, it's been a while since we last saw each other, manggod. So I don't know if nahuman ba na ako nag-discuss or wala pa. Basta ma-recap na lang ko for the sake of like recall na lang. Okay, so for standard 3, no, research and information fluency, no, students are expected to apply digital tools to gather, evaluate, and use information to plan strategies for inquiry. This standard expects the students to locate, organize, analyze, evaluate, synthesize, and ethically use information from a variety of sources and media. Um, if my memory serves me right, no, there was like one time in my online class wherein I taught you how to locate. If it's not this class, no, so I'll just balik ko lang dyan ako, no. So when we research actually, or when we search for information, we make use of technology, di ba? So gagamit ang mga digital tools to gather and evaluate and even use information, okay, in order to apply it to research. So atong students, we expect them now when they open the computer. So ako naman tong demonstrate siguro dire, no, last week. When they open the computer, they know how to gather, evaluate, and use information. Okay? Dapat kabalo sila mo locate. Mo siya ninong mo locate, mo organize, mo analyze, ug evaluate, and even synthesize and ethically use information. This applies if we let our students do research work. Okay. So for example, no, ako lang ning balikon, no. So for example, no, you will go to like Google Scholar. You will tell your student, okay, do a research on this specific topic. I want you to read a certain research paper in a research journal, make use of credible sources, make sure nga it's recent, meaning 5 years prior, no, so mga 2019 to 2024 ang sources. And then I want you all to cite your sources properly so that ma-avoid ang plagiarism, ma-avoid na to ang copyright infringement. So, for example, if si student ko and I have met standard 3, okay? If I have met standard 3, I would go here and immediately I will know where to go. Okay? So, for example, pa-researchan ko ni teacher about a specific topic, it should be from credible sources. So, ako nga student exhibiting standard 3, I know exactly where to go. I will go to Google Scholar. No, kay it's different from regular nga Google, no, because in here na ay mugawas dira nga mga research papers from research journals who are already peer reviewed, no, assured na nga it's if it's with quality. Okay, gi-check na ni siya. So, meaning dili ni siya ingon nga himo-himo lang siya, no. It's actual research paper published in a research journal. So, for example, if my topic is about artificial intelligence in education, I will just input the prompt here. Actually, you can do this one in ChatGPT, pero again, no, not all sources in ChatGPT are legitimate. That is one thing that you should also consider. Okay? And then, ana siya nga, dapat 5 years recency. So, ato lang ikaw ng 2020 lang. Kay para recent siya, from 2020 to 2024. So, once magawas na siya, next ana, diba, nakita nato diri is, dapat kabalo mo kay student, nahimo na niya, organize. So, yung i-organize into recent sources. Analyze and evaluate and synthesize. So, the student, sorry, will look for, okay, sources nga yang mabasa at the same time is relevant sa katong research work or assignment nga gihatag sa iyahang teacher. So for example, mabasa abi si student. Let us see if this is an open access journal. Can I open this one? Sino ko dili siya open access journal. Nara di ay. Sorry. Once I read this, so next is ako siyang i-analyze, i-evaluate. Ang evaluate ani nga part is magbasa si estudyante kabalo siya mag keyword finding, no? AI and education ako ang keywords. So mag keyword finding siya dira, no? Open siya diri og kanang murag tab nga i-search ra niya. So mag next siya, bubasa ra siya. Okay, AI and education. So once magbasa siya dira and once she found out in her research, basa siya sa research journal, may mo niyang nakita, no, iyan ang i-evaluate, no, if this certain information will be useful to her in her assignment. If it's found useful to her, she will synthesize it. Okay? Dili pwede ha nga mag word for word ta. You will create like copyright infringement or plagiarism if you copy this word for word. This is not your original work. This is from the work of a certain author. No, this is their research work. So, in order to avoid this, no, for example, like research work, nakita ni mo ning ginahan ko ani kay perfect kay siya sa activity na gihatag ni teacher. So, iya ning subton, no? Iyan ning i-analyze. Okay? Iyahang i-understand ang context of it, and once the student actually understood, no, the context of this paragraph, she will rephrase it in her own words. But today we already have Quillbot to do this, diba? We already have Quillbot to rephrase this for us. But again, disclaimer, just like ChatGPT, no, because in ChatGPT there is also, in the fine print, you can actually see in ChatGPT like sa pinakaubos nga part nga kanang murag ding hatag siya caution nga para sa sorry, let me just move this out of the way. Uh, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. This is in the bottom part of like here. Okay? Just like ChatGPT, Krillbot can also make like grammatical errors in rephrasing. Sometimes mag-rephrase ang mga bata dira silang essay, it doesn't make sense. So you have to correct it manually ra Japon, 'di ba? There is still human intervention. Okay? So after na nun, evaluate na analyze nga kani nga part sa paragraph nga mong nakit-an sa research paper is useful to your assignment as a student. Okay? Another is to synthesize. This is here in the standard 3, no? Synthesize and ethically use. So, in order to avoid plagiarism by copying it piece to piece, you rephrase this, you you rephrase this in your own understanding, meaning unsa man ang imong pagsabot, unsa imong understanding ani nga paragraph. Oh, this is how I understood this paragraph, and this is how I will rephrase it in my own words. Okay, and that way, you will be able to synthesize it. At the same time, there is also learning on your end. Kay dili lang siya ingon nga merely copy pasting lang ang research, no? Ah, copy paste lang ako ni, copy paste lang ako ni siya, no? There's understanding on your end because you also paraphrase it in your the context of this paragraph. You paraphrase it in your own understanding. While gabasa ka, while rephrase ka, you are also learning from it. And after this, no, last in the standard is ethically, di ba? Ethically use information. Aside from, paraphrasing it to avoid plagiarism, you do in-text citations. Like this one, no? Kaning mga naa diri, like naka paragraph, naka sulod sa parenthesis. It means this is an in-text citation. You'll encounter this one in research, no? Syempre kaya since I've done research man most of the time, no? If I'm also teaching research sa tourism and sa grad school. So, you will encounter this one pod, no? So, kaning mga nakasulod sa paragraph, these are the names of the authors nga gisite ani, no? Kay for example, kaning nga siya nga paragraph diri, dili ni ingon nga gikan sa original author, no? Nag-cite pod siya og other authors to further support his paper. So kani siya class, kaning naka parenthesis mo ni ang mga author ani nga paragraph. Ay sorry, not all. Kanira. Di na ako mako ano. O kani. Ay dili siya makuan. So muna siya no. Dili nga part. Okay? Ang naka-parenthesis ana is ang name ni author. Same goes with ani. Ay, gamay ra gani ni ang kaning kay daghan kay siya author. Gamay ra gani ang gikuha nga sentence. Ay sorry. Kay nga naman no. Dili man imo ang original source, so nagkuha ra mga paragraph sa lain nga research paper, so you have to cite the original author. Personally, despite the benefits of chatbots, usa ka sentence sa ganin niyang gikuha from this authors, kaya daghan din sila. Pero gisite ra Japon niya. Okay, that's how we ethically use information that we gathered through research and information fluency. So we are actually teaching our students in order to become like responsible and ethical users, no, of information. Kaya nowadays, no, with the advent of like um artificial intelligence, it's so easy to make things from chat GPT, no, mga different chatbots, no, when they can provide you with answers. That could actually, affect academic integrity. At the same time, that could also, affect also inyong learning as students. So kayo, syempre, dali ra kayo mo makasubmit. Your life would be easier. You can submit like a long paragraph nga essay within just 5 minutes, no, or 3 minutes at the least, no. Pero there's no actual learning. Okay, so with that, no, okay raman ang AI. Like what I've said, okay ra siya. As long as we know how to paraphrase it, we know how to contextualize it, no? Ako, dili man ko magpaka-hipokrito. I've been using AI also in my research work. But once they provide me with answers, I don't copy-paste it. I try to verify first if ilang gihatag na ko nga information is true, if gikan siya sa actual author, and if it is true, i-rephrase na ko siya. Not using Quillbot, but in my own understanding. So, i-rephrase na ko siya so that while I am typing, because Chat GPT can help you find answers easier. While I am typing, I am also reading and learning. Okay, gabasa ko, ga-rephrase ko, akong gi-interpret akong own nga understanding sa kaning answer gihatag sa artificial intelligence. Okay, that is research and information fluency, and that is how we want our students to possess, no, nga dili lang ingon nga kabalo sila mo gamit og mga different tools, but they know how to responsibly use it, they know how where to locate it, they know how to evaluate it, no, evaluate if asa dira ang necessary, because I've been receiving answers also from some of my students wherein kanang wala siya coherence, no, ilaha lang isa kitaan ako ni sanalan ko makita nga word nga AI, ako yung i-copy paste butang na ako na isa na ako kay ma'am without reading the content, no, niya lahi di ay ang content sa iyang gi-research sa actual question akong gipangutana, so maging simbang siya. Okay, and that is what we want to avoid. Okay, next is critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. So this standard expects students to use critical thinking tools to plan and conduct research, manage projects, solve problems, and make informed decisions using appropriate tools. Okay, so this is actually a callback to research and information fluency. So once that you have a hold on substantial information, no, that you will utilize in your research, it's also important that we make use of critical thinking and make use of that information to solve problems and do and make decisions. Okay, I'll give you one example where our students can apply this standard. Okay, so I'm also teaching BS-based subjects, no, and there will be times wherein I will allow them to have like case studies. Okay, pwede man actually ito ma-apply po na sa higher years, no, for Prof Ed. For elementary, um, not so kayo, no. Syempre we have to tone it down for the younger students. But for the older students, like we make use of case study, no, we use critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. May nga nabi ko nila nga, okay, na ko certain case study na a certain problem sa kani ABC company, and then mo ni siya ang nature sa problem. What you need to do is you identify what are the major issues jud sa kanailang problema sa ilahang situation, and then pagkahuman out of the case study, you make a SWOT analysis, you identify what are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the company, and from those SWOT analysis you also provide alternative courses of action and solutions, no, to those problems that they are facing. Especially if there are like three problems identified in the case study, how will you approach it as students? What will be your solution if you were like as if ikaw ang general manager ana nga company? You provide alternative courses of action, you provide also solutions, no, um, recommendations, no, on how they are going to approach this certain problem. Okay, syempre sila mo after sa internet, no, di ingon nga mo mongita kon, pero you encourage them to go to the internet and also read similar cases pareha sa ilahang case study, and look at the examples dito nga how did the other companies approach this problem. Okay, how did they solve this problem, so that na ako'y idea unsaon pud nako pohon or unsaon pud nako sa ako ang own case study. So mo benchmark sila sa uban nga mga case studies, how did they do it, how did they solve it, so that they will get an idea on how to answer their own case study pod. Okay, so that's how we utilize, no, critical thinking skills, no, and make informed decisions using digital tools. We make use of the internet, no, in order for us to come up with a decision, to do problem solving, ba? So mo na siya. Okay, the fifth one is digital citizenship. So it is required by the standard that every technology student becomes a digital citizen. Actually, kita tanan, we are all digital citizens already. The moment that we partake in like social media activities, the moment we use the internet, no, to search for information, okay, we are already a digital citizen. The moment that we create and we consume information through the use of digital tools online, okay. Now, since our student, especially the elementary, maabot man dyan na sa age wherein they are exposed already, no? Labi na karon, no, nang kalawanan sa mga bata ron are iPad kids na. Nya kanang usahay galak og supervision from parents, no? So mas exposed sila sa kanang online like YouTube, labi na mga bata tagaan lang nimo dirag kuan para malingaw, no, para di na mo saba, no. Mura ra siya og kanang kuan kung sa ano pa na siya mura siya og band-aid solution ba nga lagi mo hilom lagi ang bata no pero naa siya lasting effect kay kanang ang bata dili na siya kabalo mo socialize no although ang bata there's a tendency that he or she will become smarter for example kay expose siya sa technology at an early age pero na po yung times nga ma-detach siya with socializing at the same time no di magamit yung motor skills no kay maglingkod ra siya dira unya di wata kabalo pod sa quality of the videos nga ginalantaw sa bata kay basin binuang di yung ginalantaw no so ang ma-absorb niya dili noon ka nang ingon nga helpful on their end as a child no and there are actually like few cartoons ra nga doesn't talk down to kids, di ba? Um like what I appreciate actually kay ako mga ginahan actually nga shows for children like Bluey kay it's for all ages no although it's marketed as like a children's show pero kuan siya dili siya ingon nga mo talk down sila sa mga bata when we say ba like talking down like pas ni Dora the Explorer no or kanang para ng mga like super na kay nga pambata nga mga salida nga kanang i-baby talk pa nila ang bata no kanang ang sa Bluey man good is they have like mundane na siya no within 7 minutes marag a slice of life not really mundane but like a slice of life na situation pero they tackle like important issues no like kids with ADHD or how do they introduce the concept of death to kids nga dili po siya ingon nga morbid kayo siya or kanang murag scary pud siya no kanang murag wholesome ra siyang approach or how do we see like kanang we see like responsible parenting pod no sa Bluey no and then kanang for example naputi sa ka episode wherein how do we process grief no like losing a friend or a loved one no nya you're actually like kanang making children no di man ingon nga immature dayon ipamature dayon sila diha dayon no but you're making them be open to the realities of life okay at an early age pero it's shown in a way nga it's realistic at the same time kanang gently introduce lang siya nga di po siya overwhelming on the part sa child no or even kanang mga minor themes lang like ng teaching the child to accept losing graciously no kay dili mo all the time nga kanang nga the child will get what he wants di ba dili man tanan nga mga content makitaan sa mga bata ing ana ka wholesome na uban mga wala na jay pulos no para sa mga skibidi toilet no mga ing ana nga wala na jay mga hakuan no or kanang mga nagani uban like for example diba I know uso karon ang Roblox pero nagani uban nga mga YouTubers nga mga adults na nga mogamit og mga slurs no or kanang mga bad words while playing Roblox nya ma-pick up din na sa bata di ba so it's important to because especially as elementary teachers so some of you here will become elementary teachers man in the future we have to encourage our students to become digital citizens na responsible no na ay ethical and legal behavior so when we introduce technology to our students we make them understand no, there are consequences if they don't know how to properly use it there are also consequences especially the little ones no they'll be exposed to technology most of the time no nya labi nagula sila adult supervision nya kuyaw kayo we're not just talking about watching shows nga that is also bad for them we have to also be mindful pud sa itong mga bata nga dili sila pagusto og hatag og kanang mga personal information nila to strangers or mo talk sila with strangers ni mohatag sila mga photos nga kanang maabot na sa point nga naa na mga child predators na online no gina-exploit ang ilang innocence di ba so it's our role as teachers to help our students understand dili na to dapat gina-sugarcoat na nga mo ni dapat kabalo mo research kabalo mo ana dili lang no appeal po na ang ethical and legal behavior in using technology as digital citizens no we are training our students to become digital citizens no nga responsible sila in using na up to the point na they will not you know first ano is ethical uses dili sila magpataka og kuhag information nga fake no kabalo sila mo identify what is legitimate information or credible information second if they get information online they know how to properly credit the original author okay to avoid plagiarism so tuluan po nato sila ana no at the same time legal use no so for example we encourage our students to not disclose any personal information online do not talk to just anybody online no or provide pa jud like kanang mga lain nga mga kuan no, kay up to the point nga at least they know how to also protect themselves. Okay, so mo ni siya no, exemplified by practice of safe, legal and responsible use of information. Okay, furthermore, the students exhibit positive attitude towards the support of technology for collaboration, learning, and productivity as digital citizen. So, meaning, ang paggamit nila sa internet, ang paggamit nila sa technology will be used in a safe, responsible, ethical, and legal way. They know how to make use of technology. They know how to evaluate what are credible sources of information. They know the dangers of the internet and know what to avoid, no? Know how to protect themselves as well, especially the younger generations. Kay kalaban na ba sa mga child predators, no? Dali kay sila anak mo storya din sa mga bata, no? Kanang iget lang simpatiya, no? Nya mga bata labaw if dili sila made aware of this, no? Nga muna muna siya nga it's really important for parents to not, kay ang uban man good, they protect their child by not exposing them to these things, diba? Pero wala sa kabalo nga, by not informing them of these dangers, they're also endangering their child. Dapat alam-alam din sa pabalo, no, nga mura ba ni siyang matabo sa kuan, so maglikay lang ka aniha mo ni mauna, or I will monitor your monitor na ko ang imuhang mga sana kanang imuhang activities online, no. It's not being a helicopter parent, but at least to ensure lang jud nga imong ginalantaw is like safe nga mga kuan, or it's educational ba, for example, no, dili ba siya harmful on your end. Okay, importante kay na siya, no. We don't have to talk down to our students. We have to make them realize na there are dangers online, no, and as a digital citizen they know how to protect themselves as well. Okay, wala ra nga, uy, nara ba yung mga bad people online that will do this and that. Uy, nara no. Not necessarily nga kuan, marg imo na siyang history in a way nga makasabot sila nga naa sa ilahang level, labi na sa elementary, no. Pero dili nimo itago na nga information sa ilaha, no. Kay basin eg makabalo sila ana nga nga information kay tungod na experience na nila, no, nya di na nimo makuan kay di na nimo mabawi, no, kay natabo na, diba? Okay, I'm highlighting that one, okay? Ang vulnerable jud is the younger students. Okay. Yeah, dili kay siya talked about actually, pero it exists, no? We're in, if you left kids unsupervised, pag gusto na silang lantaw dira, they will be exposed into these things. Wala may mo tudlo nila, no? So it's our job as teachers to actually teach them, no, the dangers of the internet and how to protect them, no? Yan. So anyway, going back, no, next is standard 6, technology operations and concepts. Sound understanding of technology. Sorry. Sound understanding of technology concepts, systems, and operation is a standard that students should comply with. They too are expected to further transfer current knowledge to learning of new technologies. So, um, it's also important, no, as students we let them understand na expected, okay, ang ilaha expected sila, no, to transfer their current to further transfer current knowledge of learning to learning of new technologies. So meaning ani, expected po sila nga to learn more, not just stop in learning about certain technologies, no. If naibago, we encourage them to explore more, no, to improve their knowledge of technology, and at the same time they're also expected, no, nga kana ilang nakat-on i-transfer na nila into, like for example, no, through to creating new information baro, no, nakoy nabalaan, kabalo ko mo gamit kabalo ko mo program o robotics, no, yan na kabalo ko ani. So I'm going to use that knowledge sa robotics na ko and programming to make new pa jud nga robots, or to improve pa jud may robots nga kanang mas kuan pa jud sila, no, mas sa tawag ni kanang mas improve pa jud, mas daghan pa siya og functions, or even teach my classmates nga maglisod ani how to do it, no. So there's transfer of learning, at the same time na pa improvement sa learning sa part ni student nga dili ingon nga abig kabalo na siya og robotics, complacent na siya, no. So i-challenge pa niya kaugalingon to improve pa jud ang iyahang understanding, iyahang na learn, di ba? Okay. So as pre-service education, teacher education students, now you will have to master the knowledge and skills. So learning to know, okay, for the standards for students. So sa karon di pa man nato siya put into practice no kay wala pa man ta sa practice teaching. So sa ato up karon is master the knowledge and skills lang no. Understand its concepts, understand its theories. Later on in our later classes, hopefully by finals, makademo na mo no kay para there is learning to become, okay? So para kamo as teachers in the future, you should harness that knowledge and skills to become future teachers. So katuyon yung mastery of the knowledge and skills, ma-integrate into siya, put into practice, so that it will help you to become future teachers. Okay, so as a recap, no, we look at the standards for teachers, um, technology, operations, and concepts. This is actually a repetitive standard, no, pero nakabutang siya sa number 6 on the part ni student. For the part ni student is creativity and innovation. Ni teacher is sa number 2 is planning and designing learning environment and experiences. And then ang sa part ni student is communication and collaboration. Number 3, teaching, learning, and curriculum. Sa student is research and information fluency. Sa teachers is assessment and evaluation. Ni student is critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. Sa teacher is productivity and professional practice. And then for students is digital citizenship. For teachers, number 6 is social, ethical, and legal human issues. Now for students is technology, operations, and concepts. Okay? And that ends my discussion no on is the standards for students. Actually, it is actually one slide raman no together with the katong domains no. Human na to ang 36 slides. So sa next meeting na to by Monday mo open tag new topic which is understanding the basic concepts in ICT. Okay? Unya, mag-discuss ta sa to ang pre-activity, no? Because I already told you this, no? You will do this as a group. You'll be given 2 weeks, no? Kay di man din na to mag-guarantee ang inyong ko ano, anang ang progress sa inyong work ba kay magdepende man gud na sa principal or magdepende na sa teachers nga inyong surveyan, no? Pero mas prefer nako if you will do it online para di man pod mahago sa part ni teacher o kamo sa di mo mahago no may ilang mag permission nga mo conduct mo og research kanang dili man research pero like survey lang gamay ra man nung kaayo siya no 10 questions ra man ni siya unya so this is an experiential learning activity kay gatalk man ta about di ba before ta mo proceed sa ICT concepts di ba gatalk man ta about kanang ano tawag gani mga standards no or ICT skills nga dapat mapusas ni teacher og ni student unya it's important for us no kita especially kamo no as students to understand if kani ba tanang mga ICT competency standards kani bang mga ISTE standards na meet ba siya sa ato ang mga teachers in the actual field okay na meet ba ni siya sa atong mga teachers okay so how will you do this experiential activity? First, you have to form a group of 5 members. For Prophet, like what I've said, you're as one group naman kay 6 man mo kabuo. Then the rest, kamo na lang bahala ha o divide among yourselves sa BEd pila ka grupo no kay tag lima man. It's important that when you group together, ayaw ninyo i-exclude ang katong kuan ha labi na katong naiuban nga wala sila close group of friends. So i-adopt lang po ninyo. Okay? So make sure I will ask one of your classmates here to make sure nga tanan jud mo na ay grupo. O pila man mo tanan, no? O so na ay uban nga tagtulo ra ka members. So siguro ang tulong nga sobra katag na lang kay duha man ka grupo siguro ang mahimo sa BEd. So ikatag na lang nako ang tulo kamo na lay bala decide ha so ang tulo ikatag lang so nay uban nga mag 6 members nay uban nga mag 7 so dili ingon nga big grupo mo ha ang uban walay buhaton okay so tabang pod mo og managtag sa survey nay uban sila mo encode mo tabulate nay uban sila mo report nay uban nga sila mohimo sa quiz. So dapat lapta ang inyuhang work as a group. Okay? So you will be divided into two groups for BE Ed, no? With 7 ang usa ka member, ang usa kay 6. Dayon sa Prof Ed is one group na siya. You select a leader. So I want you all to send to me sa GC kinsa to ang mga grupo, no, name sa members o kinsa inyuhang napili nga leader. Okay? Oh. And then you use the survey instrument that will be provided for you. So tagaan na ta mo og kanang list of questions. Okay, himuon na ninyo into a Google form. So later on magdemo po ko how to make the Google form, ha. So ask permission from the school head or principal that you will conduct a survey. So maghimo mo letter. The letter will state there. So muhatag lang po siguro ko format, no. The letter will state there that you are going to ask permission from the school head or principal that you will conduct a survey in relation to your experiential learning activity in the subject technology for teaching and learning. So the objective of this activity is to find out if the teachers have integrated the ICT competency standards or are aware of ICT competency standards or not. Okay? So if skeptical si principal, you can even let them see the questionnaire. Anyway, ibutang po yun sa letter sa permission ninyo nga rest assured nga kanang anonymous raman ang name sa mga participants. So dili mo collect og mga pangalan nila, ha. Kanang wala tayong ibutang nga name kay para na ay confidentiality on their end. We will not also disclose the name of the school kung mag-reporting ta, mag-present ta. We will just name it like school A, school B, school C. Okay? Um, and then for confidentiality reasons, no, you'll not disclose the name of the school, pero kamo rin nakabalo asa nga school syempre, no, kay kamo ay moduol dito mga permission. So you will not disclose the name of the school, the name of the principal, or the name of the um name of the teachers. Yeah, ang utilization na kay it's important to ask for consent, ha, before mo mag-survey. Okay, para wala tay like kuan, no, wala tay ingon nga makuan nga rights, no, sa ato ang mga participants. And it's also important that you let them understand that there will be no data breach on their end, kay on our end there will be no data breach on our end, kay tanan nga makolek nga information will be stored securely, and after ma-present ninyo ang mga data during like presentation sa inyo, ang data gathering is inyuha na siyang i-delete. Okay? Kay for academic purposes raman ni siya. This is just to study, to report on things, unsa ang current situation sa mga schools here in San Carlos City, if they are aware of ICT policies or not. Okay? We did already survey among high school nga mga eskwelahan, no, nya may gani karon kay elementary ang ako ang gihandelan sa college nga TTL1, so mga elementary schools na pod. Okay, so any ra pwede ra private, pwede ra pod public, pero dili pwede parehas mo og school. Okay, so mangutanan mo sa lain nga grupo, dili pwede Santa Rita mo tanan kay walay variety sa inyong report, parehas sa mo tanan og report, no. So ang group A, B will like na ay Santa Rita, ano nya, ang duha ka grupo pwede na mo gawas, no. Ang Prof Ed pwede siya high school, so pwede ra siya diri Santa Rita, pwede ra pud sa Santo Tomas or lain nga eskwelahan. Ang group B sa sa TTL, so di na mo mo to Santa Rita, hangita mo lain nga public school, pwede Florentina kay dool ra man, no, likod ra sa Santa Rita, or pwede ra pod mo like sa SOF or sa Ramon kung asa ra mo sugot ang principal. Okay, for dili i-disclose, ha, inig ka present ninyo sa tuang klase, dili ra i-disclose ang pangalan sa school. Basta dili pwede parehas mong eskwelahan except lang kung high school o elementary, pero kung same og elementary school dili na siya pwede, so dapat mong pangutan-anay mo. So with your group, you conduct a survey of at least 20 high school teachers for Prof Ed and elementary teachers for the BE Ed. Okay? Kung maabot og 20, ma'am, di ba kabot og 20, ma'am, 15 ra sila. O sige, 15. Basta maximum number of teachers kay kung pila ang maximum number of teachers nila. Kung 15 ang maximum nila, di 15. Kung 10 ra ilahang elementary teachers, di 10 ra pud imong kwaon. Pero kung more than 20, so 20 ra ka teachers inyong kwaon, ha. Mo ni siya ang mga questions. So, dear teachers, please mark check to your answer to the following questions below. Do you use technology in your teaching? Yes or no? Ra jud ni siya. Nya 10 ra ka buok, no? 10 ra ka buok inyong questions nga i-encode. Okay, mura po nilang ansiran. Yes or no ra. After nga mahuman mo ani class, inyong i-consolidate. Okay, pila ka book ning answer og yes or no kada item. Pila ka book ni answer og yes og no out of 20 teachers. So, for example, 15 answered yes sa question number 1. Dayon 5 answered no sa question number 1. Ibutang ninyo dire. Same table pero nakabutang lang ang number. Okay. Which of the 10 items has more yes than no answers? Rank the items with more yes. For example, these are the 10 questions. So, out of the 10 questions, kinsa diri ang pinakadaghan og yes? Ay, si Koan, si number 9 nga question kay 20 kabuok ang ni answer og yes. So, si number 9 mo imong ibutang sa pinakababaw. I-rank nimo ang questions after ka na-consolidate no, gihap nimo pila ka book yes ang answers per question, pila ka book no ang answer per question. Imo ding i-rank sila per question no, i-rank nimo sa kinsay pinakadaghan og yes nga responses. If number 9 got 20 responses, 20 over 20, siya ang pinakababaw, ibutang siya sa pinaka-top. If number 8 got 1 yes, okay, out of 20, so si number 8 ang pinaka-bottom nga question. So, i-rank ang mga questions according to the most number of responses sa yes. Okay, but syempre, i-tabulate pa nimo sila una. And then, after you have consolidated, no, tabulated, consolidated, and rank, no, your questions according to the responses, what meaning can you derive from your results? Meaning, for example, out of all the 10 questions, ma'am, the question that got the most number of responses is question number 9. Are your students learning better with the use of technology tools? So, the teachers in this school believe nga their students can learn better, no, if they use technology and if they utilize like PowerPoint presentations in their classes. And then the least number of responses, ma'am, out of the 10 is ang number 5, no? So, duha ra ang ning answer og yes sa do you use technology tools for classroom activities? Meaning, out of 20 teachers, only 2 use technology tools sa classroom activities. Meaning, the rest are still use of like traditional tools in teaching. Okay? So, yan magbutang mag interpretation. And then mahalagay mo og kanang recommendation. So out of this, ma'am, our group recommended that the principal should at least encourage or empower their teachers, given that duhara ang ninggamit og technology tools silang classroom based from the results of the survey. So we will recommend, ma'am, nga si principal no would what you call this, si principal would encourage, no, encourage their teachers to utilize technology tools more. If na find out ni teacher ni principal nga ang reason di ay nga no dili di ay sila mo gamit og technology kay di sila kabalo, so dapat magpa-training jud si principal ani sa mga teachers, no, so that proficient na sila in using technology in teaching. Okay? So yan butang mo mga mara po mo thesis, no, kay mo provide po mo og interpretation or provide mo like recommendations from the results of your survey, no, you tabulate it, you consolidate it, you interpret it, no. So yung na siya, that is what I want to expect, no, once you are done, no, with this activity. Okay, so I'll give you siguro mga 2 weeks starting next week, no, to comply this one, to finish this one. So hopefully by the before our prelim will be by September 19, no? So before that, siguro at least maka-present mo. Okay, it's really important for us to know unsa na ang current situation with the schools here in Carlos City. Okay, kay last year mo gud nga survey, we did with the high school department, no, with high school nga mga eskwelahan dire sa San Carlos City. Majority of them do not actually use technology and are even not aware of the ethical and legal responsibilities of ICT, because they answered it honestly, so very honest kasi sila pag answer ang mga teachers, di ba? So daghan kimig mga interpretation na derive from the responses of the teachers na kulang pa jud og reinforcement, kulang pa jud og encouragement, no nya siguro ang uban nga teachers dili po kay sila um comfortable magamit og technology because they're used to the traditional way, no ana abi, no, or kanang basin may makuan sila, no, dili sila comfortable, no, or wala pod sila gina-encourage silang principal, daghan kay metog na draw nga mga kuan interpretations from the result. So nakasabot ra how to do the activity.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyway, this activity will be provided man siya po ng instructions in our Google Classroom. Ako rin i-upload para sa inyo, ha. And then, i-present niyo siya sa face-to-face na siya nato. 2 weeks na, tagantang mag 2 weeks to comply this one. Basta kasi provide me with the list sa grupo. Okay, let us now proceed to the part wherein I will teach you how to make an online quiz, no? A quiz kanang survey questionnaire ato, no, from the questions that I presented there, no? So, you will just use your personal email na lang siguro kay basin dili makasulod ang mga respondents nato, no, with using their uh, if you use your CSR email rather, no. So personal email na lang ang inyong gamiton in making the Google form. Okay. So make sure ha nga personal nimo nga email imong gamiton. So dili CSR akong gamiton. Okay. So pag-click mo to Google Forms, click ka sa Go to Forms and then click ka sa New Form. After ana, you will be presented with this. So, syempre, magbutang ka diri og title, no, sa imuhang survey. So, ito ibutang sa tawag na. Use of ICT in teaching and learning. Okay, mo itong ibutang nga title. Ang tata diri. Use. So, ari ka ba sa babaw, no? Use of ICT in teaching and learning. Pag-click nimo ana mo gawas naman siya diri. The form description, you can provide the instructions. So, ang instruction diri is, Dear teachers, please mark check on your answer. Okay, ako lang siguro is split screen. Kaya pwede ko mong sige o kuan ba. Okay, so, guys, ako lang ini zoom in. Ay, lang ay makita pag. Okay, so, i-base na ako diri sa survey, no. So, ang form description, mo ni siya diri sa kilid, nakabutang diri ang instruction. So, dear teachers, please. So, I'm just demonstrating, but you have to do this on your own. Please mark check. Kabalo mo putang og check diri, no. Please mark, check, no. Please click on your answer na lang siguro. Please choose your choose mo na. Choose your answer to the following questions. Mo ni siya. Ito yun, collect siyang email syempre, no? So, at least personal email na nila. So, ang first day, diyan kang butang og pangalan, ha? Kay, syempre, for confidentiality reasons, dili ta mo provide og name. Wait lang sa ha. So, wait lang. Question number 1 na siya. So, do you use technology in your teaching? So, if diri Ako na lang ni open para mas madako pa siya. So, based sa questions itong gihatag nako sa PowerPoint. So, ibutang niyo diri, do you use technology in your teaching? So, mo lang ibutang, do you use? And then, actually, here, you can choose, kay after man ni sa kano, sa, kaning sa title, and then sa instruction, do you use technology in your teaching? You provide the question here. Then you can actually go on the right side no of the question box diri no. So kani siya is kanang mag-add ba ka og new question, mag-import pa og ready-made questions na add title or description, photo, video. And then this one is to copy this one, to duplicate kani siya nga question or to delete it. Make sure naka-click ang required so that di sila ka-skip sa question without having to answer this first. Or di sila ka-skip sa next question, no? Dapat ansiran nila tanan. Okay. So, depende na, no, you go to the right side and you choose if it's going, ilang answer ba is like essay or checkbox. Kung multiple choice is, they are only allowed to choose one. But if checkbox is they can check more than one option. Then naapod tayo linear scale, if Likert scale ang imuhang response no from strongly agree to strongly disagree no, or date and time ang ilahang ibutang nga answer. But syempre since yes or no raman ni siya, so multiple choice ra. So type ka diri option 1, yes. Actually na magay sa babaw no na naka-gets na si Google form nga mauna ang responses per sige lang for the sake of demonstrating yes or no, and then pwede na ka magsige og type sa responses diri, pwede ra i-duplicate. So once you duplicate na-duplicate ang question, igo na lang nimo ilisan ang question but not the options kay yes or no question raman siya. So next is, are you aware of the policies that guide you in the use of ICT? So humana ang second question, imo na po siyang i-type diri sa duplicated part. Ako lang nang ibutang-butang dira as sample. Butang-butang ako dira nga question. Di na ka mo sa tog yes or no kay giduplicate ra man nimo. Mo-add na pud kag another question kay tan man ni sa kabuok, duplicate na pud nimo diri sa ubos. Dayon, di na nimo ilisan ang options, ang question na lang imong ilisan. Sample ra na ha. Okay, after mahuman na ka og himo, no, and then dapat naka-click ang required ha. Naka-purple ni siya. Kung naka-gray na or white, meaning wala na required. You have to make sure all of your questions are required. Do not collect their names na lang for confidentiality reasons. No? Just the question lang. Anyway, this is the purpose. Purpose naman ni is for academic raman no nga. Ato ramang i-benchmark on some current situation of our schools in San Carlos City when it comes to ICT in teaching and learning. So after you are done class no with making your online survey with 10 questions, and you want to see the finished product of your work, you just click preview. So right in the upper corner of your screen, you will see different tools here. So this one is actually to change the color of the form. That is actually not that important, no, but it depends upon you. If you want this one, yeah. If you want to change kaning mura siya og kanang palette, no. If you want to change the color, no, pwede na ninyo. Anyway, it's your own preference. Ang add-on, wala lang ni siya, no, kay kung mabutang kag timer. Diyan ta mabutang timer, syempre, no. Kay asynchronous raman siya, no, data gathering. So, if you want to see the finished output, no, of your online survey, you click preview. This one, kaning nga icon. And then, this is like the finished product of your survey. If you are satisfied with what you see, you exit. How do I exit? No, sorry. You go to this one, bottom part na ay pencil nga icon on the bottom right part of the screen. Na nakagawas edit this form, you click that one. Balik ka diri. Okay, once you are actually done, no, you can send it sa imong mga respondents. So you can click this one, send. And then go to this chain icon tapad sa email, click shorten URL para dili kay kataas ang link, no, then you copy, then you can send it to the messenger baron sa mga teachers. Like for example naara ka may nabing principal, Sige lang kung online survey siya, isan lang sa ako niya. Sir, pwede may mga email ni mo, sir, or messenger if that will be okay, kay dito na lang mo isend ang link, no, or if na may kailang nga teacher ninyo sa una, no, nga kanang maoy mo help ninyo sa data gathering, mas maayo pod, no. So ihatag na ninyo ang kani siya nga link. Okay, so copy and then you send the link to them. Ma'am, what if, ma'am, like they prefer printed, kay kanang wala man sila like di sila anad og emails, or prefer na printed kay para dali ra na mo ma-collect kay sa online. Pwede man ni siya Japon. You can just click ganing merg tulo ka dots, no, tapad sa send. You click this one and ibot mo agto ka sa print. Wait sa tanganay mo pop up. Lagi siya mo gawas. Okay. Instead nga mo, ang destination niya is ang printer. Depende ninyo kung i-print niyo diretso, no? Pero kung soft copy ra, pwede man niyo siya i-save as PDF sa destination, no? Save as PDF. And you print it out ko ano. Pero kung direct siya gikan sa Google Form, pwede man niyo i-print kung nang may printer sa balay. Pero kung magpa-print pa mo sa computeran, o save as PDF lang, niya click save sa ubos. So, ma-save na siya nga file, then you can just print it outside. If they prefer hard copy. So, at least, dali lang kayo no, mag-encode mo niya. Nara dila, mark only one oval, shade na lang sila. Pero kung na may printer, so, ma-print rin ni automatically ang form. Okay, so muna kung ginahan pa sa Google Form, no? Kay, you can do it online, you can do it printed. Anyway, going back. So, right after that you are done collecting the data, how will you see the responses? Okay, so actually you open your make sure that you have access to your form, ha. Kamo mismo na pud may access kay basin magtagbaw mong pangita, ano, i-bookmark jud na ninyo. Kay para tagbaw na pud mong locate sa inyong Google Form gihimo. Kung mo locate mo balik mo search mo Google Form, dayon go to forms and then mo gawas ra man sa ubos katong imong mga form na scroll down ra ka na dira imong mga nahimo na nga form. You go to responses. Naa sa responses diri ang katong mga answers sa imong survey, no, pero wala pa man ni siya na answer, no, kay for demo purposes naman ni siya. I will just show you a ready-made form na. Wait lang. Ayun na yung mga na survey. Yung mga online exam ni kalabanan. Anara. Okay. Kani siya kaning survey na ko ni atong gihimo pag pandemic. If ready na ba ang mga teachers, students, o parents sa online learning ba? Okay. So, if yes or no raman, naara man dire, mo ni itsura, for example, mo ni siya ang question, you go to responses, example, if you have access already na sa imong survey, you go to responses and then, ma-divide naman sa yes or no, no, kay answerable by yes or no raman to ang survey ninyo, naka-present siya into a pie. Now, it's easy for you to count how many responses kay. For example, no, do you have internet connection at home? Let me just zoom it in so that you can see clearly. Okay, like for example here, do you have internet connection at home? Mga siyang question. So, we can see there are 123 responses. Now, if you look at the legend, the color blue is yes, the red one is no. In here, when you put your, sa kanang cursor, no, kani siya, kaning cursor ninyo, if you place it near the blue part of the pie graph, you will see that yes has 93 responses, that is equivalent to 75.6%. Mas mayo gani guys if butangan ninyong percentage ang inyong survey results. No, like 93 is equivalent to like 75.6%. Okay, para nindot jud ang paghanay sa data ba. And then the no, our responses sa no is 30. Okay. So 90 ang ning answer og 93 ang ning answer og yes, that's 75.6% sa question, do you have internet connection at home, and 30 ang ning answer og no sa do you have internet connection at home, a question that is equivalent to 24.4%. Okay. So, yan na rin ninyo pagkabalo sa responses. Dali rin kayo. That's why I really like doing surveys online. Okay. Di na ko magtagbog ihap, no? Kung printed, kapoy kaayo. So, if you have like a lot of respondents, then you can just use this one. Okay? Nakasabot ratanan guys how to do like the experiential learning activity.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, again ha, you're expected to complete this work in 2 weeks. You look for schools that will allow you to conduct survey. You ask permission from the principal if you can conduct survey, and then you present them with the survey through online or face-to-face. So, I have already provided you with the questions. There are only 10 questions here. You're going to convert them into a Google form. And please, no, the most important part is not just the data gathering and not just asking permission from the principal sa uban nga elementary school, but the important part is how do you provide meaning, no, from the results? How do you interpret the results? Um, what are the recommendations that you can provide with the results, no, given like for example out of the 20 teachers that you surveyed, no, sa katong elementary school, public nga elementary school, ngano gamay raman ang ning answer nga dili sila aware sa how to use technology. Okay, what are the implications? So most probably siguro ang kalabanan sa teachers ga traditional teaching ra gyapon sila or dili sila exposed to technology. Okay? So, ing ana, ha? Ang interpretation ang pinajud ka importante sa ako how you interpret the results, no, from the survey that you have gathered. Although those are just 10 questions, those are very simple questions, but we can actually get an idea if unsa na ang if na-integrate ba sa mga teachers diri sa San Carlos City ang ICT policies, ang ICT competency standards, uh, ICT competency standards or ang ISTE standards. Okay? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me before you will end this class?
No, ma'am.
Wala, ma'am.
Okay. So, I am expecting nga kanang sa BEd na ana mo'y two groups nga matunga, no, and then you identify the leader. For the Prof-Ed, you also identify your leader, ha, para na ako'y focal person nga ako ang masturya kung kamusta na ang update sa inyuhang survey. Okay, this is just a very simple activity. Anyway, you will learn something from this kay kung mag-thesis na mo pohon, same process naman yung i-undergo, no? So, at least na may marag idea daan ba. Sa katong mga prof-ed, siguro, I think you have already an idea how to do this, no? Kaya nag-thesis naman mo before in your first ninyong bachelor's degree. Diba? So, may na siya. Okay, since wala na may questions tanan, I will end my recording here and then I will get your attendance.